So in this local, so we are just saving this one. So this is a part of, I already took a backup, so I'm just going to show you this one only. 1 second. So these are text class. I'm just trying to make a changes in this test class. I'll open this test class in my local in Notepad. So I'm just making a change. Suppose I written one of the methods, so adding one of the comments. I'm doing anything in this one. Whatever I'm adding, if I'm giving you one space as well, suppose this space, this will also be captured. Okay, it will give a it will differentiate two files. Whatever like we had existing file or whatever new files we are going to add. So it will differentiate both the files, even one space as well. Suppose I'm writing testing only. I just saved this one. So this whatever testing I'm written there. So it will show here. So where it is, this one, no? Testing. So it is in green line. Suppose I'm going to remove some line here. So this is a line I'm removing. So this is a blank space only, but I'm removing. It will capture this one as well. This is a green, red, right? So I added this one. This one means I added like both the like this semicolon and sorry, this curly braces and this added is test in the one line only, and I remove the space. Same way it is saying the same thing. Is a green means adding, red means removing. Okay, so if I want to commit the things, I click on selected, and I can commit. I can give any message, push the changes, and I can send these changes to my it is sending the data from local to your Bitbucket. So let me just show you here. So it will not bring the data here. So let me delete this branch. We can delete this one. So let me create a pull request. So I already created this application. So I already created this one as well, updated now. Pull request is already created. So this one. So now I can show you the difference. It's a 21 file. Oh my god, I already done this thing. That's why it is showing. So this one, it's a testing, and it's at the rate is test and something like this, whatever is in there. So why every like other files, like like we haven't make any changes in this one as well. So why it is showing? Because why it is showing? Because already I worked on this project in this pull request. Even I added as a reviewer, my team leader as a reviewer. So they will review and then they can approve, and then they can deploy it. They can merge it and it will automatically deploy. Let me undo my changes, Control Z, and the whatever things I added here. So let me go there again. So it should not impact anywhere because this is a real-time thing. So they will say why you are playing with this one. I'm committing it again. So you can see now. So here 21 files in the bottom of file, you can see it's a classes, right? So after completion of this process, so it will automatically be removed because there will not difference between previous file and previous branch and current branch. So it would be 20, I think so. It is 20 now. So even we are not able to see that file because there is no difference. Venkit, you are getting or not, bro?
Yeah, bro.
ओके हाँ भाई, आप क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ राज.
Yeah, it's good. I'm clear.
Okay, bro. Okay, fine. So this is about your tools. This is about your Bitbucket. Same way you can use the GitHub as well. Means currently I didn't install. I am in my system. I don't have any GitHub and all. I have to establish the GitHub with the VS Code, and then I can commit the things and all. There is scenario is same. Like there is no difference. It's a pull request, branches, and everything is same. Like you can do the difference between both of that. If someone is saying please commit these changes here, so commit means we are sending the data. Means commit means sending the data. And if you are creating a pull request, it means pull request means you will ask on which against which branch I have to create a pull request. So they will say against 6.2, something like this. They are saying against this one means this is your new branch and this is your old branch. Okay, so you took a clone from 6.2 to this one. So now we are sending a data from clone to this branch to this branch. After that, I have to create a pull request. So after that, it will show the difference between whatever the coding difference between this branch and this branch. After showing the difference, then it will like you easily can deploy. Like if my suppose this is a Kriti, so if she will look into this, like if everything seems fine, then she will approve, otherwise she will reject this pull request. So this 2 tick means they already have approved this one 3 days ago. Okay, so this is about the pull request and everything. So GitHub is also the same way. Okay, so third thing is Jira. Third thing is Jira. Like Jira, we have agile methodology we are using. So in agile, so we are using Jira and Confluence. Jira is a bug tracking tool where we can track the bug, where we can track the whatever defects we are facing. So all that defect we can track in Jira. So this is my Jira. Okay, whatever UI you are able to see. So this is Jira. So this is like a like slightly same with the, I can compare with Salesforce as well, because so you can implement your workflow in Jira. You can implement like there are multiple things. It's a custom field you can create, custom pick list you can create, something like this we can create. The only this is the admin part. You no need to do anything here. So this is not a development part. You no need to care about the development part of the Jira, because there will be a Jira team in the like where you are paying for the licenses and all. Okay, you can see it's a workflow. Okay, you can see there's a some of the fields. If I'll go to edit, so you can see, so this is like a in your custom object we have multiple fields. Similarly here we have a multiple fields, and even you want to create new fields and something like this. So this is not your responsibility to creating a workflow, creating a new fields. This is not your responsibility. This is a responsibility of your manager. I'm just telling you for your knowledge only. Okay, for your knowledge only. So but this is not your responsibility to handle everything. So responsibility is for your manager only. So they will handle everything. They will create a pull request. They will they will create a pick list. They will create a custom field. Even they will update everything here. You also no need to create anything. But yes, if they are asking you to create new Jira ticket for someone, let's say you are the senior in your company and your manager is saying, please assign this task to your junior. So what will you do? You can click on the create. After click on create, you can give the summary. So what I'm going to create, and this requirement is related to in which task and all. Suppose they need to create some custom object, so you can say create custom object, something like this, for which requirement, whatever. Okay, whatever the things is going on in the description, you can mention custom object name. Suppose you can say custom object some XYZ field. You have to create these fields in this one. So whatever fields name, something like this. After that, you can say create a page layout. This page layout create something like everything you can mention related to your requirement. Whatever means, then your junior will definitely, they no need to come to you again and again. So sir, please tell me, so what should I do now? So you can say, yeah, so everything I mentioned in the description, even Jira tickets in the Jira, so everything you will be visible in that Jira. If you have any more doubt, so please follow your whatever the steps we are following in the Jira. So then they will go to our comment section and they will do the comments under the Jira. So if there is some logical question, so directly they will go to comment, and they can directly go to suppose I have some question. Suppose I want to ask some question to my senior or junior, whoever assigned me the task. So I can say, I have this question, whatever question I have. So finally I can say it's a CC. If I want to keep CC in someone else, suppose this is my manager or something like this, I want to keep, I will add the comment. So one notification will send to my this Kriti, and this notification will also be sent to this Raj. Okay, automatically it will be sent, because I'm discussing about, and with the link, like let me show you how it will be sent. So this is Jira. So suppose someone is adding something, so this is coming to me. So now this is a message which I will get if someone is changing something in the comment section and something else. So so everything will be sent to me automatically. So I can go to this one. This is my Jira ticket number. I can click on this. So it will redirect us on the same page of the Jira related to this ticket only. So this one. So they already created this one. They already added some description and all, means hello guys and something like this, whatever the requirement is. If someone has any question, so they will just go to comment and they can add in the comment. If you want to maintain the history and all, even you also can use we have alternative to use a Jira. So why do we use Jira? Might be also can assign a task in your from your mail as well, from your junior. But thing is that might be you assigned a task, there is new requirement came in the company, so you already assigned the task to your junior. Might be after 1 year 2 year, so something is changing in the requirement. Someone is saying, why you done this thing, who told you to do in this way after 1 year? So if you have email, might be your email is corrupted, might be some storage issue, might be anything else, or you are not able to find out the emails where you got this requirement. So but in the Jira you directly can you directly can find out the Jira ticket number. So there will be one document in the on the company, that is a common document. So every Jira ticket number will be mentioned there. You directly will go to that Jira ticket number, later to that requirement, and this thing like everything you can open it, the everything you can open, and you can see, yeah, I told you, see, this is a requirement which is mentioned in the document. So this is not my mistake, because requirement is also like this only. So you like everything will be like trackable after 1 year 5 year 10 years. So you will go to Jira again, so even you can maintain the history as well. So see, this is a history, this person is created this issue means it's a defect, we can say it's a defect or tracking defect and all. So this is my Jira ticket number. If my manager or my juniors will ask me, so where you are working now, what you done today? Let's say there is some stand-up call is going on in a company in the morning time or evening time. So someone will ask me, okay, Amarjit, what you done today and what you are going to do by tomorrow? So what will I say? So, oh sir, today I worked in the defect number on 5490, and tomorrow I'm going to there is some of the requirement is still pending. I have to again rework on this defect or whatever. So you can say, you can see, so this is about the people. So means in the assignee you can see like there are three persons, like there are three-person who is the like three-person has to work on this ticket, Savarna and Shankara and whatever. So accordingly, if I want to assign this ticket to me, then I am also the owner of this ticket. Owner means like full responsibility. I also will have the responsibility of this product. This ticket means I also have to participate in this ticket. If after that, like if I want to in some places, so there might be something like whatever the priority of the ticket. So if you have done the development, so you have to again update these things. Suppose I done the development, after that I want to send this one to QA team. I done the development, I want to send this same ticket to QA team. QA means testing team in the SIT. So I will mention the SIT. So after that, after SIT, so if SIT person is also done the testing, then they will reassign to they will reassign to other person is also done the testing, they will reassign to other person. So this will be tracking like this only. Currently in my project in here, like we don't have any kind of reassignment, because we are directly working on this only. Like this is not my responsibility, this is my onshore responsibility. That's why I'm not able to explain you, and no one is giving me the access for that field only. So we also have a multiple access, multiple profile in the Jira and all. Okay, so this ticket is on high priority, less priority, or whatever. So this is on P2. Okay, so in this one, this is an enhancement, or this is a major bug, minor bug, critical, or enhancement. This is enhancement. This is not a bug, and this is not not a minor thing and major thing. So this is about the Jira and all. So if you have any question in Jira, so you can let me know.
So,
Raj?
yeah, so no, if we put it in a normal general phrase, it is basically used to assign and check the history, or else see where a particular ticket has been updated, or or worked on. So basically, it is a tool where we can
Where we can
assign.
assign some of the like, let's say there is some requirement I want to assign to someone else. Okay, I can
Yeah.
assign. They will, whatever things they will do, they will mention this assignment. So this is resolved. Resolution is unresolved now. So if after
So-
that, if I will edit this one, suppose this is resolved, I will press this one, is that resolved now? So where is that one?
It's basically a
Tracking.
follow-up
Mhm.
tracking tool. Right? Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Right, exactly. That is a tracking tool only. Where is that? Okay. Oh, let it be. Okay, fine. So this is a tracking tool only. So where you can track everything, each and everything. So this is a bug tracking tool, we can say. So after sometimes after many years, you can come back to this one and you can see this thing. So second thing in here is, suppose there are multiple things. Let's say that you have very big requirement. You have very big requirement where you have to maintain documentation and technical documents and all. There are multiple things where you have to go through and you have to understand, and then you can do one kind of POC, and you can do one kind of like high level work, and then you can proceed for the requirement. So for that, if you have documents and all, so as a technically, like, we should not upload any document and all in this one only. If that is more necessary, then we can browse and we can upload. Else we can, if there is some document, we can do one thing. So we have Confluence. So this is a Confluence. We can go to Confluence and we can upload the document on Confluence. Confluence is only used for uploading the document only. Okay, so we have multiple documents here. So yeah, so suppose this is my document. So in this Brazil, in this page, so I have this kind of requirements and all. If I want to edit, I want to give a status or something else. So this is my South America. In this one, I'm going to 6.4. And suppose I clicked on this. Introduction, release, and so you can understand. So suppose this is a release. So we have different sprints in this one. Sprint means different release. Suppose in my sprint or my release is every 30 day, I have to release my product. Every 30 days, I have to deploy the product. I have to send a data from one node to another node. Okay, I have to deploy the things in every 30 days. So we can say this is a release. We have a sprint timing is 30 days. This sprint time is 30 days. So we are saying this is an introduction for this release. So why we are doing this release? So what is the main reason to doing this release? So what is the purpose and all, scope and everything we have to maintaining here. So every documents and all we can capture in this one only. Suppose there is some post pre-deployment steps and all, everything we can capture. So you understood or not about Jira and Confluence?
Yes, bro.
Venkat?
Yes, bro.
Uh,
So we
which
got the only one tool for this one, or do we have any other
no,
tools?
actually we might have. So see, 90%, 95% company are using only Jira only. Okay, so there might be some possibility like they are using some other tools as well, but I don't think they will use. But yeah, might be they can use their own tool. Might be they developed the tools in Salesforce only. In Sales, with the help of coding and all, they created a tool and they are using that one. But probably I think they will use Jira only. 95%.
Okay.
Okay, so
Even the Confluence.
yeah, no, every company is not using a Confluence. Means
Okay.
like every company is using Jira, but might
Jira.
be 70% or 80% companies using Confluence.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Bitbucket is also nowadays 60 to 70% company are using Bitbucket, but we can say 50% something like this company can use Ant, Workbench, Chainset or something like this for deployment. And GC कौन है भाई ये? Okay, I think it's a new candidate. Okay, fine. Rohit. So this is data migration tool. So if I want to migrate the data, suppose in my Salesforce role, so I want to create some of the records in the database. So let's say I'm going to sales, let me log into Salesforce role, and suppose in the account object, I want to create data. Suppose I have 10,000 or 20,000 records. So if I'll create it manually, new, so it will take much time, right? So, but if I want to create with data loader, and suppose I have a data in the Excel sheet, I have a data in Excel sheet. So I want to upload every data in the database. So what will I do? I will go to Excel sheet first. So this is data migration tool, we can say. So we can say it's a last name, because we are going to create last name here, because if you'll go to new contact, so last name is mandatory. If I'll keep this one is a blank, so then if I'll save it, so it will definitely throw error message. So if I'll also do the same thing with data loader, sorry, Workbench. So same way, if I'm not inserting anything here, so it will also be the display the error message. So let me just write last name. I can say 1 2 3 4, something like this. And after that, suppose I'm going to create 841 records. Okay, so suppose phone number as well and email as well. Suppose phone number is 100 and 101. Email also I want to give 1@gmail.com 1, and here I can say 2, something like this. And let me just click on this. So this is my file is ready. Okay, now I'm trying to just save this file, save as, browse. I can keep this file on the desktop, and let's say it's a book one, so I can say any file, custom file, and make sure your file should be in CSV format. It's a comma delimited. So now it is in comma delimited. So let me go to Workbench again. So we have data. So if I want to insert the data, I want to insert data in the Salesforce side. I'm clicking on insert, and now I can browse on which object I want to insert the data. On the contact object, right? Any object you can choose. Okay, so if I'll go to desktop, so there will be some Excel file. क्या नाम था? क्या नाम था? Custom file. I can click on open, click on next. All the fields are there now. In this one, so all fields you have, all these fields you have, right? So even you also can see all these fields from your field as well. So whatever field you are visible, it is visible to you now. So every field you will get here. So you have to do the mapping. So this is my CSV field. CSV field means your Excel field. Suppose I added last name, phone, and email. It will show email, last name, and phone only. If I would add something else here, so it will show that something else as well. So now I'm doing the mapping. So if I want like last name should not be there, it should be phone only. So if I'll do it phone only, so now mapping is perfect now because name is very accurate. So if you will add a mismatch name, let's say this is the email, you are saying my name, so you want to map email with my name, so you can click on this drop down and you can map it again. So now let me do one thing. Let me just map the fields. Click on confirm insert. So now process is going on. So you can see 200. Oh, all the records are failed. Why? So might be there is some trigger and all. So let me just deactivate the trigger first. If there is contact. So this is the issue generally we get in case of while doing that migration. So if you are facing this issue, so you have to deactivate the things first and then you can work with this. So let me rework on this. Let me go to insert again. Let me choose file, and we can set custom file and open. Next, after that, map the fields, insert. Now let's check now. 200, 200, 200, 200 every time. There is a batch size is 200 by default. So it is in progress now. 800 is processed now. There is no record is failed. Because of that trigger, I think it was failing. So now let me just show you. So how many records do we had first? Previously we had very less records now. So we might get more than that record. That is go. You can see now total is 875. And how many we used now? So it's 1 second. I think
841.
841, right? 841. So you know, like records are increased now. So this is a phone number, this is an email ID. If I want to delete the things from Workbench, so if you want to delete, so I also can delete the things. So first, what I need to do here, like for inserting. So once you will insert the data in the database, in every insertion, so one unique ID will be generated. So if I will click on this one, so this record ID will be generated. This is also like a Jira. So you will create a one Jira ticket. So one unique ID will be generated, which you can say this is a unique identifier. This is related to you only. Okay, we can say this is a unique identifier. So this is related to this record only. If I send this record ID with someone, so we can say this is a ID which is related to this 100 record only. Okay, this is a unique. So while creating the record, so we no need this ID. This is auto generated. But if I want to update the records, I will take this ID as a reference, and for this reference I can update the records. If I want to update the records, first what will I do? I will export the data. How will I export? I will go to SOQL queries, and I will go to bulk CSV on the contact object. Suppose I want to export last name, email, and phone. I can write it manually. And query.
geek ma
2 times I did. Oh, phone, email. Okay, so it will bring all the data from the database. It's 0 record now. It's in queue. So after that, we can download this file. Once it will be back from queue. So now all the records are there. So we can install this one. And this is a file. It is exported now. Oh, I forget to bring the ID. I have to bring that ID as well. I will write ID, comma, query. Now I can download it. So we can download. So this is ID. Once again, this is ID. ID is also there. Last name is also there. Phone number is also there. Email ID is also there. So let me close this one. Previous file. So now if I want to update particular field, suppose I want to give it AMR1, AMR2, so I want to update the names. Let me save this file and let me go here again. So I'm going to update now. I'll click on choose file. I'm updating now against that ID. एक मिनट रह गया. रिजॉइन करना है क्या? आप रिजॉइन कर सकते हो. We'll complete this one today. 1 मिनट रह गया. 1 मिनट भी नहीं है. Please rejoin the class. Okay.